Hi, I'm Gary from Gary Keep It Simple. Got a good one today for you. How to use a cassette deck for beginners. This is only a very simple guide.
This is a proper cassette. It's a nice scotch. It works very well. Nice brown tape. The spools are about equal size because it's in the middle of the tape, which is why it's brown there. Not a leader. Type 1 tape. Record protection stops. This is a Type 1, 120 microseconds, normal bias. Here's a Type 2 tape. Nice TDK, CD2. Big spool to the left, etc. That's alright. But important is the cutaways. An extra big slot where the record protection would be, the second one being the Type 2 tape, indicating cutaway.
Let's take a closer look at that. On the back here there are two holes. One's got a cover on it. So one's for the type of tape, Type 1 or Type 2, and the other one is for the record protection. Most modern decks have an auto select, and that's what the cutouts are for. But you might have switches on the front marked CRO, normal, Type 4, whatever. And that's why you have to decide to switch them manually.
Now those are quite interesting tapes. They're very good. Nice clear shell. Maxell, Type 1. You see the cutaway's only got the single cutaway.
On this sort of tape there'll be just a single hole which will or will not have a cover on it. If it's been record protected, somebody will have snapped off the cover, or if it was a commercial tape it will never have had a cover.
That's a new old stock. This is old tape. Quite dark brown. Genuine Phillips. FE1.
Okay, let's look at the bottom of this tape. We've got 3 big holes and 2 small holes. The 2 small holes are for switches and things. Now the heads, 2 heads there, and the pinch roller, they go in the bigger holes. So now looking at the heads, you can see there's a raised head, there's a record playback head, and then there's the big black pitch roller and the capstan. They all fit in the appropriate holes in the bottom of the cassette.
The ion. Got the Teac. And down here I've got a Teac. Another Teac. Toshiba. And I've got at the bottom my Sony. Now I don't know if you noticed, but all of these have got a knob. A knob. A knob. A knob. A knob. It's got a couple of other knobs, but they've all got, as a common feature, a knob. That is to set the recording level.
And here you can see the recording level on the Teac. What this does is it sets how loud the recording on the tape is, so you have to adjust it to get the right levels. So let's take a look at that in close up. Here you can see it's in 3 sections. You've got the normal section, the Dolby section and the peaks. Now that's on the red section of the scale, and you want to keep out of there. The red bit's important. This is only for the big peaks like the drums. If you're bashing it all the time, you will end up with distorted sound, which is not what you want. And finally we get into the connections. You use the record input and you feed that with something like a tablet, which is what I was doing, and the output you feed to an amplifier or amplified speakers or your stereo system. It's up to you what you do with it, but it's a standard signal, so it's nice and easy to use.
And you can see it has the same sockets and play output. They do the same function, although they're labelled slightly differently. And this one also has the USB output, and as it happens, a gain control, so you can adjust the outputs to match.
Whatever decks you have, you're going to have these sorts of sockets, and all you do is you feed signals into the record input and take them out of the output, and you feed the output into an amplifier. It's as simple as that. More videos on that subject to come. When it comes down to it, you have to know how to put the tape in. Now on all my decks, the heads are at the bottom and the tape goes in the way this one shows. It sits in there, close it up nicely, and then it's ready to go. So now you're ready to fast forward, rewind, or record or playback. Now I'm going to show you on here how it's going to be working, and I think I'm going to do a bit of playback on this. So there we go. Push the button and that's it doing. Now because this is a soft touch machine, you don't have to do stop and everything in between. You can just go from one button to the other. But it is good practice to hit stop in between. Now as you can see, that's playing back and it's just peeking nicely into the red. It's just on the really loud bits. And that's the ideal way of doing it. When you're doing a recording like this, it's a good idea to actually do a little bit, find out how good it sounds, and then adjust everything to match, and then do the recording through in one from there. This is what I do, and I find it works. I've been doing it for years. I don't like over peaking the tapes. If you try and push it too hard, there is a real risk that you're going to end up with, well, you're just starting off with a quiet one, and then you get a loud one, and then the loud one's going to sound awful, so don't do it. Okay, that about wraps it up. Now, at the end of the screen, you'll find there's a video which you might like to click on. It's a very good one. Go click on that now. And if you'd like to subscribe and to share and to like the video, please do so. And I'll catch you another time. Bye.